Hi everyone, it's JJ here and welcome to BeeColorful. Today I'm gonna open the Tonic Craft kit number 38 and create a mini card with what we will find inside. I remind you that dies and stamps are exclusive, so they cannot be bought separately, while all other products can normally be found in the shops. In the description box you will find the link to the product in the kit and to all those I will use in this video. In the description box you will also find the link to the Tonic Studios website if you want more information about this kit. So let's discover together the product that Tonic Studios has selected for us. This kit has a color palette made up of yellows, greens and greys silver. I love the mustard grey combination. In fact, I used it to decorate my living room and bedroom. This is the set of papers where we find specifically 2 classic cards, one amber yellow and the other one mint green. A silver mirror card with a satin effect, an iridescent mirror card with a slight green patina, which you will notice according to the position of the light. Then we have 2 pearlescent papers, one ivory and one pale green. An embossed specialty card in silver. Finally, a specialty cotton paper with a texture similar to a bamboo placemat. And this was the set of papers. Let's move on to Nuvo products, which incorporate the same color palette. We find a golden sunflower embossing powder. This is a sample. On the market you will find the whole bottle. For my happiness, we then have a bottle of green glitters. A grey Nuvo hybrid ink pad. If you want to discover the features of these inks, I leave you the link to the video, which will appear above. This pad can be bought in large format or in a set of 3, which also includes black and clear ink for embossing. We continue with a light yellow gel drop with a translucent finish. A sample of mica mist. On the market you will find it in this size. Finally, this kit provides us with an adhesive tape runner. Let's move on to the die set. This kit, in general, will allow us to create this cute gift wallet, where we can insert, for example, money, gift cards, vouchers, cinema tickets, etc. etc. In each kit we find a sticker, which I stick on my anonymous white IKEA furniture. The die set includes the main die that cut out the basic shape of the wallet. Then we find a lot of coordinating dies that will allow us to embellish this wallet with intricate panels and designs. There is also this die to create the internal pocket into which to insert our gift. We also find 2 buckle-shaped dies, 2 dies that cut out the sentiment, and 3 dies that, instead of cutting out the words, deboss them on the paper. And these were the dies. As for the stamps, we find a sentiment set. Well, that's all that comes in the kit number 38. We just have to create. The project that I propose involves using the dies of the kit as they are intended, that is, to create the gift wallet. So, on some 300 GSM white cardstock, I'm going to die cut the base of the wallet. Then I proceed to decorate it. I decided to die cut directly on the base, one of the intricate designs of the set. Being an intricate die, to be sure of getting all the notches, I used the special precision plate by C6. I clean up the small pieces using a special rotating brush on a foam rubber mat. Now I proceed to foam the wallet, folding the tabs along the fold lines created by the die itself. If you notice, the fold lines are double, in such a way as to create a small thickness that will allow you to insert in the wallet thick objects like a gift card. But these lines are really very close, so to help me when folding, I'm using a ruler. After folding along all the lines, I move on to create the internal pocket using the classic yellow card from the kit. I'm going to fold the lines marked by the die. And I move on to create a yellow decorative panel for the top flap of the wallet, as well as a strap that, in addition to embellishing my wallet, will allow me to close it. I also create finishing edges with white cardstock. I curl the paper slightly to make it softer. Then I'm gonna create the small buckle on the silver satin mirror card from the kit. Finally, I glue everything. For the buckle, I'm going to apply the glue only along its borders. I decided to round the corners of the strap using a punch board. Next, I'm gonna glue the inner pocket, applying the glue only on the lower flap and on the side flaps of the wallet. I refine the wallet by creating a yellow panel for the back, which will hide this part of the strap. Now I'm going to create the insert, which I will put inside of the wallet. To create it, I will use this die, making a partial die cut and creating a sort of booklet. I'm going to place the die leaving one of the longer blades outside the fold line. I also create two panels with the same die, which I will use to cover the external sides of the booklet. I decided to decorate the insert with the sentiment, die cutting the silver satin paper with one of the dies that emboss the letters. Then I'm going to cut it out, again with a die from the kit, forming a strip. I'm also going to die cut a base for the sentiment on the classic yellow card. Now I can glue everything to the top of the booklet, using some foam pad for the sentiment. And this cute wallet is ready. Now let's start making cards. The first card I propose involves using this die to create a decorative strip. Furthermore, it will be a see-through card. First, I'm going to create the card base on white 300 GSM cardstock in standard size, that's 4¼ by 5½ inches. So I'm gonna create the decorative strip with the die of the kit, die cutting directly on the card base twice. To position the die straight, I'm using a T-ruler and hold it in place with masking tape. For the die cutting, I'm going to use the C6 metal plate, which gives me a complete cut of the intricate design of the die. Now I'm going to reposition the die, aligning it well with the first die, thus extending the decorative strip, which will cover the entire length of the card. Well, now I'm going to decorate the card with the glitter from the kit, gluing them with strips of very strong double-sided tape adhesive. After that, I can apply the glitters. I'm going to press to make them adhere well on the adhesive. And the cleanup phase of this disaster begins. Okay, I think I can say I have vacuumed more or less all of them, but someone is on the floor, I can assure you. Now with the pale green pearlescent paper from the kit, I'm going to create the background for the decorative strip, which I will glue inside of the card. I'm going to chop off the excesses. Then, on the yellow paper, I'm going to cut out a strip of flowers again. And I proceed with the paper piecing, gluing the flowers inside the card, exactly in line with the flowers on the front. After that, on the green classic card of the kit, I'm going to die cut another 2 decorative strips. And I cut them out, leaving only the stems and leaves of the flowers. So I'm gonna glue them inside the card, in line with the shapes of the flower strip on the front. Next, on the back of the strip, I'm gonna glue a piece of acetate. And I finish the edges with 2 strips of pale green pearlescent paper. Now, inside the flowers, I'm going to apply the limoncello gel drop of the kit. In this way, I will create a beautiful effect similar to a glass mosaic. To fill the leaves, I decided to use this green glitter drop, but you can use the clear glossy accent or continue to use the gel drop of the kit. For the background areas, however, I'm going to use a light blue gel drop. To finish off this decorative strip and cover the smudges of Nuvo drops, I'm going to create another strip of flowers on white cardstock. and I'm going to glue it over the card strip. And let's move on to the sentiment. On white cardstock I'm going to stamp For Someone Special of the kit using the clear Versamark ink. Then I'm going to heat emboss it with the yellow embossing powder from the kit. Next, I'm going to die cut the sentiment with the stitch strip die of the kit, and I'm going to add finishing edges with the pale green pearlescent paper. I'm going to glue the sentiment on the card base, and I finish the card by adding a few drops here and there of the limoncello gel drop. For the second card, I'd like to show you how to stretch the dies in the kit, but also other dies you have at home, using only certain part of the intricate design. After creating my card base on white cardstock in standard size, that's 4¼ by 5½ inches, with the same card, I also obtained the background panel slightly smaller than the card base. Now, with the ink pad included in the kit, I'm gonna create my own wooden background, spreading the color directly with the ink pad and making vertical movement without pressing too hard. I also apply color in the borders to create dark edges that will make the panel stand out slightly. And let's move on to create the focal point. With this die of the kit, I get 2 flowers on white cardstock. From this die cut, I'm going to separate the flower I want to use. After the fuzzy cutting, I'm going to die cut the flowers again on the yellow classic card from the kit. I will use the petals I get to fill the white silhouette of the flowers. I also created the stems, simply cutting out 2 strips of green classic card. I'm going to decide how to place the element and proceed to glue everything. So now let's start to the paper piecing of the petals. Okay, only the corolla is missing, which I'm going to die cut on chocolate brown classic card. I'm going to cut out the excesses. I think that something else is missing. Leaves. So I'm going to cut them out, very simple, with my scissors. I'm going to modeling them slightly, creating a crease in the central part. And I'm gonna glue them to the panel. Next, I'm going to cut a 4 by 5 and a quarter panel out of the iridescent paper. This will create the finishing border of the main panel. As a sentiment, I'm going to stamp Hey Birthday Girl of the kit on white cardstock with the Onyx Black VersaFine ink. Then I'm going to die cut the sentiment with the strip die from the kit. I'm gonna add to the sentiment some finishing borders by die cutting the iridescent paper with this other die from the kit. Then I'm going to glue the sentiment to the main panel with some foam pad, just to give a little bit of dimension. As well as the main panel on the iridescent one, from which I removed the center just to save some of this paper, since the central part will still be covered by the main panel. To make sure that all is nice and level, I'm gonna glue some pieces of leftover papers on the back. So I glue everything on the card base. And I just have to add some finishing touches, creating here and there drops of limoncello gel drop. And the card is finished. And this was the last card for today. Thank you for joining with me, and I give you an appointment to the second part, where I will show you how to create stencils with this kit and how to use the product to perform various stencil techniques. So thanks again, see you next time, and be colorful!